Good evening. Time for an update of the charts, and starting with Bitcoin. Bitcoin has found its high, the one that I've been looking for a while. The time to be long, obviously, was at 900 from the video I made, not at 2700. So 5 waves from here are complete. Once again, there's a triangle for wave 4. That's a triangle, and now we've had wave 5 high, as in commodities, wave 5 is the strongest. Now, if you want to see, it's worth pointing this out, how impressive technical analysis is. Not Elliott wave, not anything in particular, just how well charting works at times. On the 15-minute chart, at the very top of Bitcoin, at 2700, there's a little ending diagonal preceding the enormous violent puke. So that's how well it can work, and TradingView seems to be buggering around with some of its new layout. But in any case, so Bitcoin is done, in my opinion. That's finished. I'm putting this as wave 5. Now overall on the weekly chart, 1 to here, 2 to here, obviously, 3. Now, if this continues to be bearish for the rest of the week, and we put in a very significant bearish close with the divergence on the weekly, I might consider this just a 3-wave move. However, there is still the possibility that this can somehow find a low with in a corrective manner, and one ultimate high for wave 5 towards 10,000, for example, to pick a random number. That is going to be possible so long as it does not break. But however, if you're long from wherever, 900, 200, wherever, it's time to book profits. I think that's for certain. But in any case, let's see how it develops from here. It's looking like this last swing that I've been following since 900 is complete. It's just not clear whether this is going to be a 3-wave move, or this is just wave 3 into here, and we have a sharp wave 4. Now, wave 2 here was long-winded and horizontal. So it is possible that we have a sharp wave 4 staying above the wave 1 high, and then the big move that I talked about towards 5 figures. If this is going to put in another high, it's going to be very, 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 very big. Just like this wave 5 here was big, and just like this high here was big. Wave 5s in this, like a commodity, are very large. TradingView needs to sort out its chart, even though I'm on the free program nonetheless. So moving on, US Canadian dollar. So I'm still looking at this. The count has not changed. I'm still trying to find wave 4. I do not think it's finished yet. I would like to see one more low. There is divergence here in the stochastics, so that may not occur. I do not like the count as 5 into here. I find that rather awkward. I'm looking for one more low. If it happens, I will adjust, or rather, if the low does not happen, I will adjust, but I do not like the view otherwise of 5 into where I have 3 marked. I'm unwilling to really count it that way right now. Euro Canadian is looking like it has another high. I am not viewing this as some kind of flag, not right now. So let's see how that materializes. Maybe it puts in some kind of wedge like Bitcoin on the 15-minute. I don't know, but for right now, I don't have a sell opportunity. It does have the divergence on the daily, but I don't have an opportunity. The other Canadian pairs I'm going to skip until I can get some clarity on them. I have not put in the work lately in the past couple of weeks, so I don't want to talk about something I'm being lazy about. Aussie New Zealand has also been disappointing. So far it's gotten another low. Now, how to view this overall? I've been talking about the current correction being a correction of this. It is possible to view it as a whole correction of this, which would alter the view count as such, in my opinion. For example, I still like the long idea in this nonetheless, but I mean, from the low here, 3 into this, a correction, and another high. It's possible. I am looking for another move up still. I've talked about the idea that it could be bearish overall, like this whole thing is just 3 waves overall, and we have one more low under the stated Y here. But so long as this impulse holds, I'm looking for another up move overall. And I don't want to disregard the idea that we found a low. I want to work with the idea that right now we have a low and it's moving up in something like, for example, a 3, correction, and then maybe 5 waves for C to put in a whole 3-wave move overall. Because the idea is we had 5 into here, so I mean this entire thing can be 3 waves overall, like a 3-wave correction. A and B, and then for example like A, B, and then 5 for C to whatever height, and then another down move possibly. Because if this is 5 waves here, as I have marked, then probably another downward move will come overall. So for now, bloody hell, let's see if we can find a bullish move on this. I don't have a bearish trade setup. I don't have a setup on a bearish trade here. To me, this looks choppy and corrective. This is a 3, X-wave correction. Okay, so hold on. 3, X-wave correction, 3 again. See if we can find a low coming in here. Often when the stochastics are like this, balancing out at the 20 line, they will eventually break through. Like here, look. Balancing, 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 break through, and then take off. That can happen again. So I'll be watching for that. Like I said, I'm going to try to make more videos because I need to really pay attention over the next few months. So try to get focused on this more than I was in the past 6 weeks. Euro New Zealand is trying to find a high. If we're going to take this as a continued bullish view with the weekly divergence, it's possible to view this as 2 here. And now we have a continued bullish swing. 1, 2, and then this is going to be wave 3, 1 of 3, 2 of 3, and we have another bullish swing here. So if this is going to base here as an inverted hammer, we can look for longs from here. One moment, figure out how these new charts are working. This is corrective, so if we can find a base here, overall, see if we can get more longs into this position. So far, it's been working perfectly. I don't have a bearish view on this yet. The weekly is looking like it wants to try to engulf. Well, not really, judging by how it opens. So I'm sticking with the bearish view on this with the weekly bullish divergence overall. Euro Australian dollar, it's been too confusing for me. I'm going to skip it. Euro pound is trying. Obviously, look, obviously this count I'm going to have to redo. This is not working out. It is trying to find some resistance here on the weekly break. This trend line has been broken on the weekly chart, and it is trying to fail here. Now, there was a bearish shooting star 2 days ago that has not yet played out. The down move from there looks like it was just 3 waves. So there may be a bit more morphing and changing to do. Right now, I don't have a bullish view on this. But again, I'm not trading this, and I'm not looking to trade this unless I see a clear setup. So the whole span, honestly, the whole span here from December of last year has been a sideways waste of time. I thought we had a bearish streak in here. That failed. So be it. On to other things. Now, going back to the dollar. I haven't looked at this in a while, and the dollar is looking like it has put in a very significant bearish break. I am not viewing for another upward swing in the dollar. I think this count that I put in here a number of, I don't remember how long it was, a month or 2 ago, I think this is the correct one. So I'm going to run with this. Judging that we now have from 2008 a completed 2008 to 2017, hardly into 2017, what, in the first week or so, bullish swing is over in the US dollar. There is significant monthly divergence here against price, and that is suggesting that we're going to see a multi-year bearish swing. I think this is all done. I think the time to be bullish on the dollar is past. All this talk about powerful US economic growth following the Trump election, maybe it will materialize, but the time to be long the dollar was in 2010, 2013, not now in 2017. So late to the party, like anyone buying Bitcoin in the 2000s, a bit late to the party. It looks like it's Bitcoin, pardon me, it looks like it's done, the US dollar. So from the high, if we take this as a leading diagonal, and this is a third wave, we want to see a continued bearish move in this. I don't have a full count on this yet, but judging by price action, I am not looking for another high in this. I think it's done. Now, I will have to consider over the weekend how that affects the other charts. Obviously, Euro US dollar is already broken up strongly. Cable, I don't have a count on, but the ones I do like the look of for bullish views now are Aussie and New Zealand dollars. Now, my view on Aussie US dollar has not changed so much. I'm still looking for another low. I think we probably put it in now for this E of the so-called triangle. Now, I'm still looking for a move down to this region, breaking the A wave low, and probably then reversing. That is my preferred look on this. Some kind of move down and then a move up. I still like the idea of a move up. I don't think it's quite put that in yet. One more low. There is some divergence showing up on the daily. So the monthly is not looking so bullish. Monthly candles close in a few days. So I'll look at that again at the end of the month. But obviously on the 4 hour, this upward swing here is corrective muck. And it's time now to look to see if we can find an opportunity to sell into this again. Not for an enormous move, probably, but for a move down. So I think this is probably done here. And for New Zealand dollar, it's not that I'm bullish on this. Now, I haven't dealt with this for a while since I lost it on this diagonal idea. There's obviously a bullish divergent play here. This is not really a tradable setup, but I am inclined right now to switch to a bullish idea. This has not really worked out. I'm not going to stay married to an idea that is not really materializing, or rather not playing out. So, how can we take this? Three into here. Question is it done on this new low for a WXY correction? Or are we looking at this as a W here? An X wave of some sort and one more low? I don't have an answer to that now. It is possible it's done. What I will most likely look out for, what I will look out for is some type of correction and judge from there. I'm more comfortable with Aussie US dollar right now, but there does seem to be a turn here. The US dollar is not looking convincing as such. However, sentiment is still very low on the US dollar, so we may see a decent bounce in there. I will try to work out a workable idea on that soon into the weekend. So for now, that's it. The pairs that are still leading the way in trades are US Canadian, and Bitcoin looks like it's topped out for now. And I'm going to try to find a bullish swing on Aussie New Zealand again, another one. And maybe another swing up in Euro New Zealand. Okay, any questions, let me know. And good luck to everyone. Bye-bye.